Welcome to Calliope Puppet Studio. I am really happy to be able to share with you my studio and what I do. I'm a puppeteer. My name is Konnerth, and I'm right here in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. What I'm going to be doing with each video is showing you a different kind of puppet that you can make out of very, very simple materials that you probably have around the house. Today, you are going to make a hand puppet. Well, actually, it's more like a mouth puppet, which is who you just met right here. Now, puppets are all around the world and have been around the world for thousands of years. This puppet right here comes all the way from Indonesia. Indonesia is a country made up of many islands right here. Now, there's one other mouth puppet. A mouth puppet is a puppet whose mouth opens and closes that I want you to meet from my puppet collection here. My puppet museum, actually, I call it. And this one, this is a miniature model of a big puppet that would be used in a parade. But this one comes from China. And China is a very large country with a very ancient history of puppetry as well. Now, there are all kinds of puppets that we are going to be seeing. You're going to be meeting puppets from all around the world. But let's get started. Well, before we get started, though, I'm going to ask you for these mini puppet workshops if you can collect some materials around your house. And I have some examples of things to start collecting, because every workshop you're going to use materials like this. Newspaper is useful. Maybe there's some old wrapping paper around. That could be something useful. Any kind of magazines with colorful pictures or without. It doesn't matter. Any kind of magazines at all. Even old mail, because we're going to be using some paper, and we don't have to use new paper. Paper that's been used already for something else is just fine. So that's one category of paper that I'm going to ask you to collect. Also, cardboard. Of course, these toilet paper tubes are very useful. Any kind of box. I've got a toothpaste box. I got a cracker box here. Any kind of box that's clean. Make sure all these things are clean. And this bottle is not really that great, but I didn't have any little bottles. So any kind of small plastic bottle like that a cold drink would come in, rinse it out, make sure it's nice and clean, and save it, because we're going to be using those as well. But let's get started right now making a paper mouth puppet. Now, I have one that's finished right here. I made this one. I think it might be a dragon like the example I showed you. But this is just made out of newspaper. So you can do this yourself very quickly out of whatever paper you have available. And the tools I have, I got scissors, I've got some tape, any kind of tape will do. I have some glue, I've got a glue stick. I'm not a fan of glue sticks because you get more plastic than you get glue and you can't refill them. These are nice because you can refill them. I really like tacky glue. And markers or crayons, whatever you have that you can use for colors. So why don't we start? Let's see. What shall I think I'm going to use a page of a magazine. I think that's what I'll do for the first puppet here. And I have this nice page right here. Okay, I'm just going to tear it out. You can tear it carefully so it just makes it more or less straight line. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do, and you'll be able to watch the video again so you can do this along with me, but it's very simple to do this. I have my paper. See, this is a rectangle. There's a long dimension and a shorter dimension this way. I'm going to use the long dimension, and I'm going to make a fold. I'm going to fold it a third. A third means you're dividing it into 3 sections. So I'm going to take this, and it doesn't have to be exact, so don't worry about it. You don't have to get out a ruler. I'm going to fold it right here, and I'm going to crease it with a nice crease. Okay, here we go. I got one fold. Now, over here on this side, I'm going to fold it again, right to the edge of the other fold. okay? And crease it again. Okay, so this is what I have now. Okay, it was one sheet. It's been folded into 3 parts. Now, the next thing you're going to do is fold it the other way. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to put it down, and now I'm going to take this long thing I have here and fold it in half. That means the edges are going to meet on the other side. Okay? These edges right here are going to meet. And I'm going to squish it down, make a nice crease here also. You should have something that makes the letter V. Now I've got it folded in half. I'm going to make a fold. I'll face it towards me so the mouth is going out towards you there. Hi there. I am now going to take just the top part. See the bottom parts here on the table? Just the top part, and I'm going to fold it back to that edge. All the way back. Okay? So now it's like this, and from the side, it looks like this. Now, the part I just folded, I'm going to turn it upside down. So the fold I just made is on the table. Push down again and do the same thing. Fold this back to the edge. Make a nice crease. And now you have the letter W or M. And now you are done with the folding. You have now the skeleton for your puppet. So now I'm going to look at this edge where all the folds came together here. And at these the places I folded here, you can squish it just a tiny bit and make a tube that your fingers can go inside. So I want you to squish the top one, squish the bottom one a little bit, put your fingers in the top one, as many fingers as fit, and put your thumb in the bottom one. Okay, just like this. Okay, I got my fingers in the top, my thumb in the bottom, and now my puppet can talk. Hi there, I'm not a piece of paper anymore, I'm a puppet. Well, I don't know who I am though. So now it's totally up to you what you want to make this character into. I think maybe I'll make something, since it has a mouth, it would be fun to make something maybe with teeth. I'm going to take another page out of the magazine because I got plenty of pages in my magazine here. And I'll get my scissors right here. I think, but you know what I think I'll make first is the eyes, because it has to have eyes. So I'm going to fold this a little bit. This is a way, if you want to make both eyes the same, if you fold your paper in half and then cut 2 of them, they're going to come out the same. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. And then I'm just going to cut like this. And then, so I have a shape like this since I put on the fold, but I'm going to cut them apart. But you can do this any way you want. But the important thing is that you end up with a shape that's a little bit long, because what we do not want is eyes that are just drawn on here, because then if the puppet, here I'm going to give you an example. What if I just draw the eye like this, and like, oh, this marker's not very dark. Okay, there's the eyes, but when the puppet's talking to you, you can't see them. So what you're going to do instead is take the glue. I'll use my glue stick since I have it here. And I'm going to bend this little eye paper I made and put some glue on it. Okay, or you can, it might be easier to put the glue right on this big paper. And I'm going to stick it on so it sticks up. That way, I can get my marker. I'm going to use a darker marker. Black marker in here, or crayon, something. Here we go. Here's a nice purple one. How about purple eyes? Oh yeah, the crayon works very well. And I'm going to put a nice big eyeball there. And now my puppet can look at you. Okay, because it's very important for any puppet that it can make eye contact with the audience. Because when we talk to each other, we look in each other's eyes, right? So the puppet needs to be able to look at its audience. I see you out there. So my puppet has eyes, but I think some teeth would be fun. I'm going to cut a strip of paper. And now, again, this is a quick way to do it. You don't have to do it this way. I'm going to fold it in half and fold it in half again and cut at an angle up here, like a little V. And then when I unfold it, I got some nice sharp teeth. Again, I'm going to fold this down so that I can glue it on. So where's my glue? Right here. I'll put some glue right here. And then I'm going to put my teeth here. Now again, if I'm going too fast for you, you can look at the video again, right? Okay. And now he's got teeth. Now you can use a marker and color on your creature if you want to add some mane or ears or hair. You can do the same thing. Just take your paper, bend it a little bit, and glue it down. You can even, if you want to, make a body that hangs down. And you could add little feet if you want sticking out. But again, I'm going to fold the paper. There, it's folded a little bit. Put some glue on it and glue it on the bottom. Now, I can still put my fingers and thumb in that little tube, and he has a little body. So you can decorate it however you want to be any kind of a creature. It might be a dinosaur, it might be a dragon, it might be a mouse, whatever you like. Hello, and once your puppets are finished, why, it's time for us puppets to come to life and tell stories, sing songs, tell jokes. Now, one thing to remember with a mouth puppet, when our mouth is open, that's when the sound comes out. So we say the word hello like this. Hello, hello. We do not say it like this. Hello, because then the sound wouldn't come out because our mouth is closed. Hello, how are you? All right. So, this stage is made out of some decorated cardboard. Hey, wait a minute, don't forget me. Oh, and of course, you can tell stories with lots of puppets, however many puppets you have made. They can all be characters in the story. One thing to remember, puppets never fight. No, we don't. We like to eat food, but we do not bite each other. Never, ever, ever. Let's see. So, you can use the back of a chair for your puppet stage, or even you can hide behind a couch or something and pop up, or behind a table and surprise someone with a wonderful song from your puppet. So have fun with your paper puppets. See you next time. Bye-bye. So I hope you have fun making some paper puppets. The next video, I think I'll be making puppets out of cardboard boxes. Oh boy, cardboard boxes. So next time, try to have a box ready and we'll make those together. There's one step that's going to need a grown-up to help you with, but the rest of it you'll be able to do all by yourself. Bye-bye for now from Calliope Puppet Studio. Teachers and parents, please look for my book, The Sophisticated Sock, Project-Based Learning Through Puppetry, sharing a wealth of classroom-developed ideas for inspired learning across the curriculum.